Ms. Fields is going to go first with her opening statement of 1 minute. Thank you.
Good evening, Greenwood and Lander Bearcats. I'm Danielle Fields, and I'm running for Greenwood District 50 School Board C8. I'm excited to be back on a stage here at Lander. Last time would have been a homecoming talent show. That's been several years ago. My desire to run for school board is an ongoing commitment and passion to serve our community. I will be an asset to this board, our students, and teachers because of my vested interest in District 50. My husband has taught 12 years at Greenwood High School, and our daughter will begin public school in 2 years. My business and financial knowledge has equipped me to dig into the numbers and understand what's behind them. My civic leadership and board experience has taught me what it means to be an engaged community partner. When elected, I look forward to focusing on teacher recruitment, workforce readiness, student accountability, and school safety.
Thank you. Time's up. Mr. Clue.
Thank you, Lander, Index Journal, and all of you. I'm Carlton Clue, a native of Greenwood, South Carolina, the father of 2 beautiful daughters, Amber and Kennedy. You know, when I think about what I possess to run, the true character of a person is not who they are when they know who's watching, but who they are when they don't know who's watching. A person that's fair, a person that can see between the lines, but a person that brings balance. You know, when I think about a ship sailing in water, the only thing that can sink that ship is when water gets on the inside. The same thing happens with people when we allow unbalance and negativity to get on the inside of us. It begins to sink us. Teamwork makes the dream work. That's when I bring balance. I don't tear dreams down, I build them. Seat 8, November 6th, Carlton Clue.
Time's up. Thank you.
That is it.
All right. We are moving to the general question that I drew out of the envelope. We'll start with you, Mr. Clue.
Yes, sir.
What challenges do you see for District 50, and how would you seek to address them?
We have several challenges at Greenwood 50. Nobody is going to stand on this podium and say that Greenwood 50 does not have any challenges. The challenges that we have is we have a very diverse school board. We have a very diverse school population. 43% are black, 40% white, 13% is Hispanic, 3% is other, and 1% is Asian. The challenge is that we're talking about bridges, so I want to make sure that everyone has a fair chance to come across. We're talking about bridges, but I want to make sure that there's no tolls to pay depending on where you live at. We're talking about bridges, but I want to make sure that there are no gatekeepers at the bridge, and every teacher, every parent, and every student should be able to walk across that bridge and talk to their constituent that they voted for, and that's what I'm going to bring, and that's how I'm going to address the challenges that we have.
Thank you. Ms. Fields.
One of the challenges that I think we've mentioned here already is teacher recruitment and retention. And a way that I would like to help with that is supporting our current teachers, making them our biggest cheerleaders. In the business world, we would tell you the best client is a referral from a current and happy client. My husband will tell you that the people that had the most impact on him as an educator in his career are his teacher mentors, the folks that guided him his first years in this career. Keeping the folks that we have now supported and happy and engaged is the way that we will get the new young talent hopefully coming here from Lander.
All right.
Thank you.
We're now going to turn to the audience. I think I saw a couple of folks over here that were waiting to ask a question. And so please remember to state your name and then provide your question.
My name is Nigel Quarles, and I want to know, what would you do about the kids bringing weapons to school and scaring other kids and making them wear, like, if the kid that brought the weapon to school will hurt them?
Mr. Clue.
That's a good question. And what was your name?
It was Nigel Quarles.
Mr. Quarles, thank you for that question. This question was what we do about people bringing guns to school, weapons to school, bullying. That's another challenge that we have in our school system. It's one that kind of goes, we know about it, but it kind of goes under the radar when we talk about bullying. So we want to make sure that we have a lot of things in place with the camera system. We make sure we have the clear bag systems. We make sure the doors are locked. You have to have someone to bring you inside before they get in. So we're doing things as a community and a district office, but what we have to do is make sure that we can fund it. We need to get resource officers at every school. That is important, and we need to make sure that not only that we do that, but we also allow every parent to feel comfortable that their child is safe in there. So we have to make it aware and get the promotion of it out, what we are doing, and then take on the answers and questions from the community at large to see what we can do to help the school board, because the school board can't do it by itself.
Ms. Fields?
Thank you for that important question. I'm so proud of you getting up there and asking a question in front of this group. Safety is something that I deal with every day in my profession, not just physical safety, but information security. It is a part of everyday life for me, and you truly have to make it a part of daily operations. We cannot predict every situation that will happen, but being prepared for them and talking about it on a daily basis is key. We must collaborate with the teachers in the classrooms and the law enforcement on the streets, the people who are hearing and seeing the things that are actually happening. Make sure they have dialogue and can again equip us and prepare us in the best way possible. Thank you.
Thank you very much. Yes, sir.
I'm John Penman. I reside in Greenwood County. My question is, what are you going to do to develop trust between the teachers and the people who work and I guess I would call it the administration, the Office of the Superintendent, Board of Education? What are your plans for rebuilding trust? Thank you very much.
Ms. Fields?
I think the first part of that is building rapport and trust with your constituents. That's why I'm running here. I have a desire and passion to serve this community. I'm already, I've been sitting in a circle of teachers for 10 years now, as long as I've been married. So I believe being part of a board that is engaged, asking questions, creating open dialogue and even exchange is key to that.
Mr. Clute?
I agree with that, with Ms. Fields, that we do have to have an open dialogue, but I tell you something else. We need more people showing up at the school board meetings. And if we get more people to show up, I promise you the school board will react to that. I know that would happen, so we need people. The concern is building the trust, and we need to do that, but we also need people to reinforce that. And if you have a concern, there's an open door. We need to make sure that you're there and sign up to speak. Because, we have to make sure that people have a dialogue and people are able to stand up and speak and say what they want to say and force the board to take attention to what the community at large has a problem with. And if we build trust with the community by doing what's right, standing for all children, making sure that when we vote, that's not just for your constituent base, it's for 9,145 kids. Your vote is going to affect that. And when we decide to do what's fair and allow everybody to know that what they say will count, that's how we build that trust back.
All right, we're going to take one more question.
Hello, my name is Alexa Abney. I'm diagnosed with autism, and I've seen people with disabilities get disintegrated because we think we're stupid or dumb. But at the end of the day, we prove them wrong by doing things that people cannot do. So my question to both of you is, if you're elected, what can you do to help people like us? How can you better people? What can you do to help people with disabilities?
Well, myself, I grew up in a house with an older sister that had a disability. She was born deaf, She was born with muteness. She couldn't hear, she couldn't speak, and she attended Northside Junior High School for a while, and she was picked on. She was labeled as slow. She was labeled that she couldn't do the things that she did. And the thing that I learned about this is that when they started conversing with those particular people, they learned something. So the best way for us to learn is to sit down, be humble, and let you teach us. See, that's the problem when we're having people sitting back saying all these things of what they're going to do for people instead of bringing the people that have the concerns and asking them, what do you need for us to do? So the first thing I would do is bring you there and whoever else, parents that have this situation going on, and make sure that we assess that situation and do as much as we possibly can to make sure that people feel comfortable that School District 50 is not just assisting, but assessing everything that we need to do with that as well.
All right, Ms. Fields?
I would want to focus on community collaboration for that and making sure that, our educators are getting together with the experts to help give the opportunities to everyone. And again, focus on you and your education and that you have every opportunity to get it. So we must know about the resources in the community already there, putting those together so we're not duplicating efforts, we're combining them and having a bigger impact, which is your education. Thank you.
Thank you. Now, that concludes the time we can provide for audience participation. Thank you very much to all of our school board candidates. Please join me in giving them a round of applause. As they say in the commercials, but wait, there's more. Lucas, you're up.
All right, let me please draw everyone's attention